You're able to see my screen, right, guys?
Yes.
Yes, Shanmugh, yes.
Okay, done. Let me open this running nodes. And the tracker. Right, I hope you are updating the tracker, guys. Okay. So let me check. Only Ajay, Deepak, Anil, Ram, Shalem Raju. Right. I can see these 6 people completed the patching. What about others, guys? This one, right? Yeah, this one only. What about others? You forgot to update the tracker, guys. Patching is very important. Again, I'm saying in the organization regularly we'll do the patching. Very regularly we'll do the patching in the organization. What about others? Out of 30 participants, only 6 people completed the patching till now. What about others? In case if you don't update till now, just update. No problem.
Hi Shanmugh, this is Satish here. So
Yeah.
just wanted to know the how it works. This is the first session I'm joining in this. So
Oh, Satish.
yeah.
Okay. Satish, you already joined, right? I see
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yeah, in the last week I have joined, just got an overview of the SQL, how it works, and
Mm-hmm.
just in theoretical part I gone through it and just wanted to know this is something different I'm seeing in this class. So just wanted to know what is this.
This is the tracker, Satish. Okay, so I guess I just introduced this tracker in the last week only. You are there in that call. So every
Oh,
batch will have this tracker. So whatever we are discussing, I'm going to add those topics in this tracker. So everyone has to update this tracker, like whether if you're working on it or like you haven't started, you started and you stuck at somewhere, or it's done or is in progress, so that it's a kind of a I'm trying to introduce a real-time work environment. This is how in the organization regularly. Instead of this Excel, there you can see some tickets, service note tickets and all. So to make you habituate and to make your hands dirty on the real-time environment. So this is important, Satish. So everyone has to follow this tracker, and even I can also track the status of each and every student, so that based on that I can help them. So this is what we generally follow in every batch, Satish. Okay, I
sure,
guess you have the access. If you haven't have the access, no problem. I'll give you the access today. Okay, not an issue. And
sure.
2 people, I guess, Satish and the one more person just confirmed right in the last week. So here up to Berhane, I just added. So 2 more people I have to add here. I'll give the access to you, Satish. Don't worry. Okay.
Sure, sure. Thank you for
Satish
that.
and yeah, Satish and Pallavi, I guess I have to give the access. Yeah, yeah. I'll give you the access, Pallavi. No issues. Yeah. So seriously, this is your first class. Don't worry. Okay. Nothing to
Yeah,
worry. So we'll go slowly, seriously. Okay. So just watch it. Okay. And I hope you already watched some of the videos. Just watch it in case if you are having any issue, just ping me, not an issue. Okay.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Sir, good morning. I'm Sankat. Sir,
Shankar,
shall I some question? Shall I
question
put here, sir?
regarding
Regarding patching.
patching. Yeah. Tell me, no problem.
S- sir, before starting, I give an example.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose I'm an appointed at a company
Mm-hmm.
as a DBA.
Okay.
During the transformation KT, so
Mm.
I came to know the older person is not patched last 4 months
Mm.
in SQL. So
Okay.
after taking KT, it is my responsible to update the SQL server.
No.
So in that scenario, shall we updated in only latest version, or yeah, uh, all the 4 month versions.
These two questions or any other questions, Sankat?
Sir?
Only these two questions, or you have any other questions?
One question. Second question is, last class you told ki, if any problem after installs of patches, then we will roll back that patches. Okay. So is there any way before installation the patches we are found any
Yeah, please continue.
Is there any way to before installation the this patches we can find out that that patches is purely compatible to our SQL server, and what will be affected after installation of this patches?
Okay. Yeah, very good question, Sankat. Yeah, no problem. I'll explain all those questions. Any other questions you have on this?
Not right now yet.
Okay. Then the first question is, in your KT, if you found that some of the servers are not patched, it's not your responsibility. Okay. Your lead or your manager, again, it's not like a one-time activity. Very regularly will do it, right? Very regularly will do this activity. So by somehow, if it was missed in this cycle, it will be covered in the next cycle. Okay, it's not like something you found something, it was not patched, suddenly you go ahead to patch the server. No, it is not acceptable. So again, in the next cycle, maybe in the next quarter, again we'll pull out the list of all the servers that are not patched, right? So in that cycle, in that quarter, you can patch the SQL server. So you got the answer for the first question, right? I hope. Right. Second question.
Yes.
Yeah, second question, you said, in case if you miss these 4 months updates, while patching the SQL server for the next time, do I need to update the SQL server with all these 4 months updates, or the latest update is enough? Guys, can anyone tell me the answer for this?
The latest one be enough.
Always the latest one is enough.
Always the latest.
No need to pay, even though it's 4 months or 4 years also. Okay, 4 years also or 14 years also, always you have to use the latest one only. You cannot patch multiple times. Only in one scenario you will patch multiple times. That is up to SQL Server 2016. Why? Because in case if you are using SQL Server 2016, imagine, I'm just giving an example. If you are using SQL Server 2016, so imagine that is currently running with a RTM. Okay, currently it's running with RTM version. So the latest service pack for 2016 is SP3. Okay, SP3 is the latest service pack for 2016. So it was installed in the year of 2016. Imagine, in the organization, it was installed in the year of 2016 or 2017, maybe after 1 year. So till then, till now, this was not patched. Around 8 years over, this was not patched. Now somehow you found this server in the list and you see that it is currently running with RTM. In that scenario, what update you have to apply on this SQL Server 2016? You have to update the SQL Server 2016 with SP1, SP2, SP3, or what is the final update you will patch the SQL Server? What is the latest one? Are you getting my question, Sankat?
Yes, sir.
In case if it was not patched till now, since 8 years it was not patched. So now if you are decided to patch this server, what is the
Yes.
final input that you will take, consider? What is the final update you will consider to patch?
Yeah, SP3.
SP3.
13.
Right,
13.0.
SP3 you will consider. You cannot again patch with SP1, SP2, and then no, not required. SP3 contains all the SP1, SP2 and all. Right? So whenever you are patching, always you have to consider the latest one only. No need to consider the previous updates. You can ignore it. Why? Because the latest update contains all the previous updates. That's why it is called cumulative. What is the meaning of cumulative? Cumulative update.
Submission.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
it includes the previous one.
Yes. So always, whenever you're patching, whether you're patching 10 years old server, 15 years old server also, you have to consider the latest update only. No need to consider the previous updates. This is the second question. So you got the answer, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the third question. So what is your third question? In case, how do you know before patching? How do you know this is compatible or not? This is very good question. So in this scenario, generally what you have to do is before patching the SQL server, will update to the application team, right? We'll send an email to application team stating that, hey, we are planning to patch the SQL server. Let me, this will restart the Windows server. We have to restart the Windows server before and after patching. It's a downtime activity. Let me know what is the
Yeah.
right. We'll send an email like this, right? Let me know when we can patch this server like that. We'll send an email, right? So to whom we are sending this email? To the application owner or business owner or for POC, point of contact, or SPOC, SPOC, single point of contact. So he's the application owner. So once you send an email to this guy, in the back end, he has to verify what kind of update you are applying, whether that update is compatible with this application, with his application or not. So he has to verify in the back end, and then only he has to provide you the downtime. Without doing that homework, if he suddenly gave the downtime and without checking this, then he has to face the issue. Why? Because yes, few updates won't be compatible. After applying the updates, it might create a trouble to the application, right? So what application owner has to do before applying the patches itself? Hey, what kind of patch you're applying? Let me know. Okay, you're applying CU 2016 on SQL Server 2019. Chalo. Let me check whether my application is compatible with CU 2016 or not, CU 26 or not. So in his application documents, he can find whether it is compatible or not. If it is compatible, then only he has to approve this activity. If it is not compatible, hey Sankat, CU26 is not compatible with my application. You can patch the 2019 up to CU21. So go ahead and patch the SQL Server up to CU21. So they will give you the respective patch, and we'll download that respective patch and we'll upload and we'll update the SQL Server with the respective update. Clear, Sankat, now?
Yes, sir. Yes. I got it.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys, on patching? Any other questions? What happened, Suresh?
Shanmugh, I just need to update the tracker. I will update it.
Okay, okay. Suresh, where you stuck, man?
So that virtual box space incremental.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me tell you, let me fix it first, okay? How to increase the virtual machine space, okay? Initially, we created a 20 GB, 25 GB machine, right? So it will create some space issue and all. So now let me show you how to extend the drive. There are two ways you can extend the drive. One way is command based. Okay, you can directly run a command and you can just increase the space. That is one way. Second way is through GUI also you can do that. Let me check whether it is supported in all the versions of Oracle VirtualBox or not. So where we can get it, go to this machine, view, somewhere it was devices, machine, settings, storage, 54. This is the 25 and actually is 22. Last time did it through this option. Full mode, scaled mode, take screenshot, recording, input, keyboard, mouse integration. I guess we have to stop the server. Let me check it. This is a Windows guys activity, guys. We don't increase the space in the organization, but it's good to know like how can we increase the space and all while practicing. We don't face any issues. In case if you face any issues related to the space and all, you can just fix it using this option. Let me show you. I guess we have to stop the VM before doing that. Let me try adding the TGV. Apply. Okay, let me stop this VM first, then we'll decide. Always while shutting down or while restarting, always you have to select a planned option. You can say unplanned, planned, unplanned, planned, unplanned, planned. Generally in the organization, we'll select application maintenance planned, okay? While restarting also, we'll choose this option. Right, okay. Now go to File and VirtualBox Media Manager. Select the respective VDI file. In my case, it is batch 54 and make it 30 and let's apply and close it. Okay, so done. Now let me start this VM. Why, what happened? Oh, it's already there. It's not still done. And this time it was. It's not starting. Yeah, any other questions on patching, guys? Okay, so in this session, we'll discuss how to remove the patch in case of some issues, in case something went wrong. In the last class, we discussed 2, 3 issues, right? So sometimes they will ask you, hey, while patching the SQL Server, what kind of issues you faced till now? So they might ask in the interviews, okay, what kind of issues you faced in the while patching the SQL servers, and also we'll discuss. I mean to say, we already discussed 2, 3 issues like patching was failed due to wrong bill number, patching was failed due to wrong server name, right? In the last class we discussed, right? In case in the if you go to SQL Server, if you connect to the SQL Server in the Object Explorer, and if you run select @ version in the query window, so Object Explorer version has to match with the output of select @ version. There are few chances that sometimes it won't match. Okay. In that scenario, how to fix it? I told you like in what scenario it won't be, it will show you different bill numbers, guys. In case if the last patch is partially successful, if last patch is partially successful, in that scenario, generally in the Object Explorer, I'll show you. It's difficult to imagine. I'll show you in the Object Explorer, it will show you a different bill number, and in the output of select @ version, it will show you a different bill number. So in that scenario, you have to remove the old patch, right? And then you have to patch to the latest patch. This is one issue we discussed. And one more issue is the similar kind of issue. In the object explorer, the server name has to match with the output of select @ server name. Okay. Select @ server name. When you type select @ server name, you will get the output, right? That output has to match with the object explorer server name. There are few chances that sometimes it won't match it. In that scenario also patching will be failed. Okay. And one more scenario is MSI MSP files missing. During the installation we discussed this point. Okay, MSI MSP files missing. In case if MSI and MSP files are missing, okay, so what will happen, guys? The patch will be failed. Okay, so for that, I guess we have already discussed one solution. Microsoft introduced a tool called Fix MSI MSP. Okay, this is a Microsoft tool, and it was introduced by Microsoft, I guess, in the year of 2017, around like that. Okay, that tool is very simple tool that you can download it from the Google. Just I'll show you how to download it, and you can just copy that tool to the destination server. Okay, target server, and then you can open the tool. That is a small application. It will help you to find any missing MSA and MSP files are there. Okay, so in case if any missing files are there, then we can replace those missing files using the tool. Okay, that is called Fix MSA and MSP, guys. So using that option also we can fix the MS and MSP files. Earlier, before to the tool, we have a VB script, Visual Basic script, guys. Okay, so Visual Basic code is there. So that and all now people are not using. So simply you can tell them, in case they will simply ask this question, guys. Okay, while patching the SQL Server, what kind of issues you face till now? So two issues we have already discussed in the previous class. Just go through it. The selected server name and select @ version. We have already discussed these two issues in the last class. Just go through the previous class recording. That is one thing. Second thing is, there is a chance that sometimes we might get missing MSI and MSP file. Okay, missing MSI and MSP file. So in this scenario, okay, what is the solution, guys? Microsoft introduced a tool called Fix MSI and MSP tool. Okay, so using the tool, you can fix the missing MS and MSP files. So now you see I'm having 25 GB, right? Around 25 GB. The whole disk, you can see 25 GB. I just extended that file, right? So once you log into the server, open run and type disk mgmt, disk management, guys, disk mgmt.msc, disk management. Right, now you see here, there is a 5 GB unreserved space, right? So what you can do, if you just click on this, the drive separately, you can create a separate drive. If you want, guys, if you want extra drive and all, this is how you can do that. Extra drive with a 20 GB, 30 GB and all, you can create like this. Okay. Or else you want to extend the C drive. Okay. You can simply click on this extend volume, right? Click on this part, blue color part. Okay. And go to next and finish it. Done. Now it's around 30 GB. Now go to this and just see here. Earlier it was 24.5. Now this is 29.4. Clear, guys? How to extend the drive? Is it clear?
Yes,
I'll
sir.
tell you again. So stop the VM first, right? And go to this and click on this file option. Select this virtual media manager and choose the, in your case, you can see only one file. In my case, I have a lot of other VMs also. Okay, in your case, it will be one file. Select that respective file.vdi, and in the below box, give the value to which extent you want to extend. If you want to extend it to 50 GB, in case if you are having 50 GB free space in the E drive, guys, in which location it was created? In the E drive it was created. Okay, so from where it will take, you are extending the drive, you are adding 5 GB or 10 GB, from which drive it will take that free space? From your E drive. In my case, my E drive is having enough free space. So that's why I'm able to extend 5 GB. So before extending, check in which drive your file is created, check whether you have enough free space is there or not in that drive, and then give the value. You want to extend to 30 GB or 35 GB, just put it here. But before that, check how much free space is there in this drive. If you're having enough free space, you can add it here. And then click apply. Okay, this is the first step. Then start the VM and then go to run, type run and type disk mgmt.msc, right? And then you will get this window. Click on the C drive, right click on the C drive. You can see extend. In this scenario, we don't have any extra free space. It was merged with the existing, right? So it was not highlighted. In case if you're having any unallocated space, this extend volume will be highlighted. Click on that extend volume, just next, and then click OK. Automatically the drive will be extended, guys. Okay. Another way is there, but that is query that you will feel something difficult. Okay. So anyhow, our target is like achieving, right? So not an issue. Okay, guys. In this way, you can extend the drive. Right. So let me open the management studio. So what we are discussing, guys, removing the patch. How to remove the patch? In what scenario will remove the patch? Like rollback. How to roll back in case if something went wrong? How to roll back the patch? Okay, let me go down. Removing the patch or rollback. Both are same, guys. In the change request, you will raise a change request, right? Once customer approved, in that every change request will have two main important things, guys. One is implementation steps. I'll show you in the last class. I'll show you. I'll try to download some screenshots of ServiceNow. There is a tool called ServiceNow. It's a ticketing tool in the organization. Most of the people will use the ticketing tool, ServiceNow ticketing tool, guys, so that it will help you, okay, to see all the existing tickets, all the old tickets, and in case if anyone is having any issue, they will raise a ticket. Like I told you, right? I give you an example. In case if your internet is not working, you will open the app and you will raise a complaint, right? It will create a ticket number. In the same way, in the organization, if something not working, so they cannot come to you, they don't know who you are, whether you are a DBA team, whether you are a network team, whether you are Windows team, they cannot go and check each and every person and they cannot ping directly. Okay, so they will raise a simple, they will raise a ticket using ticketing tool. That ticket will goes to the respective bucket. If it is a DB issue, it will go to DB bucket. If it is a Windows issue, it will go to Windows bucket. So the team who is working on that issues, like if it is Windows team, every day they will log into their shift, right? Once they log into their shift, the first thing that they have to check is their bucket. Okay, how many issues are there, how many tickets are there, so that they can distribute the work. If 10, 20 tickets are there, if 4, 5 people are there, they are going to assign the tickets on their names and they will work on it. This is how in the organization, okay, will clear, we are going to work on the tickets and all. This is how we'll get the tickets, guys. So every change request will have two main things. One is implementation. Implementation means how, yes, please.
Is it escalation issues?
No, it's not escalation issues. Any issue.
Okay.
Any issue is an issue only. For example, not only issue. For example, they want access on one database. They will raise a ticket. Or
Okay.
their application is not working. Okay, they will raise a ticket. Right, for their requirements, they are going to raise a ticket. That ticket will goes to the respective bin, and then people are going to work from that respective teams. People are going to work on the pending tickets. Once the work is completed, after the confirmation with the user, see, if your internet issue is fixed, someone will call you, hey Ravi, is your internet issue fixed? You will confirm, yes, it's fixed. Then your request will be closed. Have you observed these messages at any time? So in the organization also the same culture will be there. If anyone is having any issue or anyone is having any request, they will raise a ticket. Okay.
So whatever the issue comes up, we need to resolve it as soon as
Yes,
possible.
yes. That ticket, there also
Okay.
again priorities are there. Say for example, in the internet connection, if it is not working, it's an incident. If your internet is not working, it's an incident. But if you want to upgrade the plan, it's a request.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that's how in the organization also, if something not working, it's an incident. Incident, you have to work immediately. If internet is not working, people has to work immediately. Request upgrading the plan, they can take after 2 days also. Or new connection, they can take after 2 days also. Correct? So this is how it will work in the organization also. Incidents will be there, requests will be there. Incidents means high priority incidents, low priority incidents will be there. Tickets, requests and all are very common. All these things will be discussed at the end of the classes, guys. ITL class, there is a separate class on ITIL. Okay, so what is the process? How many tickets? What type of tickets will be there? What is the ticket? Everything will be discussed with the screenshots. Don't worry. Yeah. So Manju, sir, any chances we can increase the RAM on virtual machine? On virtual machine, yes, we can increase the RAM at any point of time. If you want to increase the RAM, the machine should be in stopped state. For example, you want to increase the RAM to this machine. It is currently in stopped state, right? You can go to settings, you can go to system, or else what we can do is that, yeah, system, you can simply type it. Okay, you can type whatever amount you want to increase or decrease, you can just give it here. But the machine should be in stopped state.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Fine, guys. Now let's go to this removing the patch. In what scenario will remove the patch? Tell me, guys. In what scenario we can remove the patch? First case. Tell me, just guess it. In what
Any
scenario?
service
The old
pack
patch was not successful.
Very good, very good. Okay, if it is not completely successful, it's completely failed, no need to remove. So if the old patch is partially successful, means we have components, right? Around 5 or 6 components will be updated while patching. Out of 5, 6 components, if only 3 components are successfully updated, but other 3 components are failed, that is called partial successful. So if the old patch is partially successful, then we have to remove the patch. This is one scenario. Next, what is the second scenario?
missing MSI, MSP tools.
If it is missing MS and MSP, it won't be successful. Okay, it will be failed. So you can
Okay,
ignore it. So if it's already successful or if it's partially successful in these scenarios only, we'll remove the patch. Now tell me the second scenario. We have already discussed in the beginning of this session. What is the second scenario?
Any
Yes,
validation
after
error?
patching the server name and the
Yeah,
is not the
okay,
same.
server
Application
name,
is not
server.
compatible.
Yeah, yes, Pallavi. Application is not coming. The server name is wrong or bill number is wrong. In that scenario, it will comes under partial successful. Okay, so that we have already covered. Application compatibility, without checking the application owner, if if he approved, but after patching, it will be successful. SQL Server side, no issues. The patching will be successful. But after patching, if the application is not connecting to the SQL Server, then there is a big issue, right? Correct, guys? So that is called application compatibility. So if the application is not compatible with the latest update, in that scenario also you have to remove the patch, right? These are the two main scenarios you have to remove the patch. Any other scenarios we have, guys, to remove the patch? Any other scenario? Any other scenario? Mostly these two scenarios only. One is if the old patch is partially successful, then we have to remove the patch. And the second scenario is application compatibility. If the application is not compatible after patching the SQL Server, if the application is not able to connect to the database, the application owner will let you know, hey, after patching, I'm not able to connect to the SQL Server. In that scenario, we cannot immediately remove it, guys, but we have to ask, okay, the application owner, hey, do you have any updates to your application? Like how SQL Server is having updates, in the same way, their application also, every software will have an update, guys. Okay, so we have to ask, hey, do you have any update to your application? If any update is there, they can apply the updates from the application side. So update means always it will go to next stage, right? Updating means upgrading, correct? So if they update their application, there is a chance that database can support. You have to ask this question. Okay, so hey, do you have any updates to your application? Can you apply patch on your application so that after applying the patch on your application, it might support? If any updates are there, the application owner will update their application. If there is no updates, hey, DBA team, we don't have any updates to the database, so please help on that. In such scenario only, you have to remove the patch. Okay, guys? In these two scenarios, if old patch is partially successful, then also we have to remove the application compatibility. Then also we have to remove, guys. If the application is not compatible, then also you have to remove the Manju, what error you are getting while upgrading the RAM?
Sir, I shared screenshot also on that validation error.
No, this is a patching related error.
Okay.
Manju, I guess I told you in the last class. I guess for you only I told you in the last class, right? You just pinged me this error in the WhatsApp, I guess. No?
No, sir.
Okay, someone pinged.
Just today morning only I updated this.
Mm-hmm. Morning means while taking the class, you are updating the SQL Server. Huh?
Yeah, sir.
Why? That's why it was failed. You are not listening, right?
No. Before the class only.
Before the class, huh? There
Yeah.
are no SQL Server instances or shared features that can be updated. Can anyone tell me the answer, guys?
Is already updated.
Very good. Next, what is the possible solutions? Check it once. Here he is trying to apply patches on 2016. Manju, I remember that you pinged me in the last, in the WhatsApp for the same, right?
No,
No?
sir. No.
Someone is using 2016 in the practice. Yeah, tell me. So what you are trying to do, guys? Any other solutions? Tell me, guys. He is trying to update SQL Server 2016. He is getting this error. There are no SQL Server instances or shared features that can be updated on this computer. What can be the reason? Quickly.
Windows
There are no
Server.
instances downloaded.
What, Barane? I'm not getting you.
It's saying at the bottom there are no SQL Server
Yeah.
instances downloaded in the first place to be updated.
There are no SQL Server instances or shared features can be updated on this computer. Yeah, what it means? In what scenario will get this error? In what case will get this error?
Windows Server version, sir.
No.
He is not choosing correct SP.
Very good, Sudhakar. Very good. Very good. This is one answer. This is one answer. In two scenarios, 2 or 3 scenarios, you'll get this error. One is if you are already patched the SQL Server with the same level, you will get this error. There are no eligible instances. In the last test we discussed it, right? So in this scenario, Manju, either check the bill number once, select at the rate version, what it is giving, what output it is giving. If you already patched the SQL Server with the same update, you will get this error. This is one scenario. What is the second scenario? What is the second scenario? What is the second scenario? So Manju, this is 2016, right? What update you are installing?
Service pack, cumulative update. Service pack 2, sir.
Service pack 2.
Yeah, sir.
Service pack 2 you are installing, right?
Yes.
If it's already patched with service pack 3, imagine.
It's not updating.
Right? So what is the bill number? Just run select at the rate version, what it is showing, tell me.
Yeah, 1 second, sir, actually.
So in two scenarios, you'll get this error, guys. Already, if you patch with the same update, you will get this error. And second scenario is, for example, in this scenario, Manju is patching SQL Server 2016 with SP2, okay? Or SP2 CU10, something like that. SP2 CU10. Imagine if it's
SP2 GDR, sir.
SP2 DD GDR.
GDR.
So what is the number that you can see, bill number?
13.0.5108.50.
What update now you are doing?
That 1 second, sir.
You are applying SP2, right?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, it's already patched, right? Got the point?
Yes, sir.
You can see in the select edit version, you can see it is showing SP2 GDR, right? So in your case, let me show you.
But I downloaded build version separately, sir. I mean,
Even though if it's patched, it will throw you the error. It's already patched. What you are going to patch? Now what you have to do, no, you have to patch with SP3, not SP2.
okay.
Okay, what is the value it is showing? 13.0.50?
1 second. 13.0.5108.50.
Let me show you. Okay, 13.0.51.
08.50.
13.0.51. 08.51.51.51.51.08. This one, right? Means you downloaded this one. You downloaded this patch. Okay, but your SQL server is already upgraded. What is your SQL server number it is showing currently? 13.0.51.08 it is showing,
Yes,
right?
that is, yeah, that is.
Yeah, it is showing this number, and you are trying to update the SQL server with the below updates. It's already updated. Okay, the one that you are using, it's already updated. In this scenario, what you have to do? Why you are using specifically? Why you are using SP2 as you are having SP3? Why you are using SP2?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, always I told you, right? Always you have to use the latest one only. So in this scenario, latest one is SP3. You have to download SP3 and you have to patch. It's already patched. That's why it is showing there are no instances to patch.
Okay, sir. I'll try it with SP3.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, as discussed in the I mean to say, just now we discussed it, right? So in what scenario we'll remove the patch, guys? First scenario is in case, okay, if it is partially successful, in that scenario also we'll remove the patch, and if the application is not compatible after patching, in that scenario also we'll remove the patch. Okay, so how to remove the patch, guys? How to remove the patch? Go to your run Windows plus R, type appwich.cpl. It's the shortcut to the control panel add or remove programs. You can directly open add or remove programs, but the shortcut is appwich.cpl. Just open this. Now you can see, here it's already patched. Okay, right click, let me check the what is the current patch level. Have you remembered, guys, what update we have applied on this server 2019 in the last class?
SP3.
SP
CU26.
no, someone said SP. Anila, Anil,
No, it's me, sir. I said.
EU26.
Anil, you will get a gift. Anil, your voice is breaking completely. Anil, your voice is breaking.
I'm not saying it. I think someone said.
Okay. Who said SP3? Someone said SP3. They will get a gift.
Me, sir. It's
Suresh Kumar, yes, you will get a gift, man. Okay. What is the gift?
Sir, after 2017, there is no SP, only cumulative updates only is there.
Yes. Okay. So Suresh, you have to check it. This is 2019. There is no service pack. Okay. Again, guys, that's okay. Mistakes we can do, but blunders if you do, I'll give you a gift. Okay. If you are doing blunder mistakes, I'll give you a gift. Right. So there is no service pack to this 2019, only cumulative update. So it was updated with RTM and CU26. Why? Because in the interview, sometimes they will ask you what is the latest patch you applied on 2019. What is the latest update you upload on 2019? You cannot even open, like you cannot even tell us service pack and all. That's it. Okay. So our HR will get back to you like that. You will get a response. So always you have to remember very carefully. 2019 is asking, right? So 2019 there is no service pack concept. Only cumulative update concept is there. So the latest, it's not mandatory to remember CU25, 26 and all, but at least you cannot tell service pack and all instead of cumulative update. Okay. So it was patched with CU26, and you can see the number was changed to 4365.2. So now when I remove this patch CU26, again it will go back to RTM, guys, or last patch. So for example, I patched the SQL Server 2019 with a CU20. Then again I patched with the CU26. When I remove CU26, to what level it will go back, guys? SQL Server 2019 is already patched with the CU20 first and then CU26 next. 6 months back it's patched with the CU20. Now yesterday I patched with the CU26. So if I remove CU26 now, to what level it will go?
U20.
CU20.
It will go back to the previous one. Yeah,
Previous
CU20.
update. Yes, it will not go to CU25, CU24. No, the last patch you patched the SQL Server with the CU20. So if you remove 26, the last step is CU20. It will go to CU20. If you remove CU20,
It'll go back
It will go to before.
the one
Same.
prior to CU20.
Before
RTM. RTM. On top of RTM, you patch with CU20. On top of CU20, you patch with CU26. If you remove CU26, it will go to CU20. If you
CU20.
remove CU20, it will go to the
It will go
last,
to
okay,
RTM.
which is RTM. Okay, so in this way you have to, okay, remember guys. Okay, so now go to appwich.cpl, control panel adder remove programs. You will get like this, and click on turn Windows, view installed updates. View installed updates. On any application, if you install any updates, that updates you can see here. Okay, now if you see here, you can see there are different components. These are Microsoft Windows components. This is SQL Server component, right? You can see this one I have to remove, right? 4365. You can see here 4365. Okay, 4365. You can see here, right? Hotfix 4365 for 2019. Double click on this. Guys, removing the patch is also a downtime activity. Why? Because if you are removing in the same change request, no need to take any approvals. But today you patched the SQL Server, tomorrow morning application owner is saying, hey, today means Monday, Sunday you patched the SQL Server, Monday morning user is saying, hey, I am unable to connect to the SQL Server, or my application is not working. So it's a Monday, your downtime activity is done, it's completed. So again on Monday, you are trying to remove the patch. Means before removing the patch, after removing the patch, you have to restart the Windows server. So removing the patch is also a downtime activity. Okay, guys. Removing the patch is also a downtime activity. You can see here under show details. If you go back under show details, you can see restart computer. If you don't restart computer, it will fail. If it is failed, you cannot go to next step. So before removing, yes, Shivan.
Sorry, just one quick question, please. I'm sorry to break your flow.
No problem. Yeah. Okay. So before removing and after removing, you have to restart the server, guys. So that is restarting server means it's a downtime activity, right? So if you are doing it on Monday, again, you have to take approvals. You have to tell to the customer, hey, we have to restart the Windows server before and after removing the patch. Is that okay to proceed? You have to take a confirmation mail from him. And then if he's okay, then only you have to proceed to remove the patch, guys. So you can see here, you are trying to remove the patch from all the components, including the instance and the shared features, including the specific and shared features you are trying to remove. So select all the components. If you are having multiple instances, imagine you are having two 2019 instances, both are patched with CU26. In that scenario, from which instance you want to remove, select that instance only. If you have two, if you have two instances, that means only one shared feature will be there, right? Two instances, one shared features. So imagine the same kind of thing will be there. Okay, you have to just uncheck the other instance. In this scenario, I have only one instance and shared features. Okay, so imagine if you are having multiple instances in the screen, which instance you want to remove the patch, select only that instance. Remaining all the other instances you have to unselect, and you cannot even remove from shared features. Why? Because the shared features is being used by other instances. Guys, are you getting the point? If you are having three instances in the screen, if you can see three instances in the screen, from which instance you want to remove, select that instance only. Remaining other instances you have to unselect. Okay. If you have more than one instance, don't remove from shared features. If you have only one instance, remove from the specific and shared. If you are having multiple instances, select which instance you want to remove. That's it. Don't select shared features also. I mean to say, don't unselect shared features also. Why? Because these shared features are being used by other instance. Okay. Very simple. Select which instance you want to remove. That's it. Remaining all unselect, guys. Okay. Chalo. Go to next. And that's it, guys. It is going to check the files that are in use. This step we can ignore it, even though there are files that are running in the backend. We already took the downtime approval, so this is not an issue. We can ignore it, or you can wait until this is going to be completed. Okay, so let's wait for a minute and then you can go to next.
So just to be clear, when there's one instance, you do choose the shared features.
Correct. When there is
Okay.
one instance, you have to choose all the things that are there in the last screen. When there are multiple instances, more than one instance, choose only the instance that you want to remove. Remaining all you can unselect.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Files in use check completed. So you can just go to next. Okay. You can see here action is equal to remove patch. This is the command it is going to run, guys. Action is equal to remove patch. Just remove it.
On the background server is start state only.
Sorry. Venkat, what happened?
Server is start mode only.
Yeah. See, again, I'm saying people will have a myth kind of thing that while patching the SQL server, we have to start the SQL server or we have to stop the SQL server. No. Your voice is breaking completely, Venkat.
The instance is start state only, sir. It's down activity start state right now. But it's so start state only.
Yeah, it's in stopped state. Agent is in stopped state. Instance is in running state.
Okay, sir.
Okay, SQL Server agent, you can see red mark, okay, here, red circle. This is in stopped state and it is running state. You can say green, okay. But again, I am saying it's not mandatory to start or stop. Even though instance is in stopped state, still you can patch that server. Even though instance is in running state, still you can patch the server. Patching or removing the patching, anything is possible. People will have a doubt that before patching the SQL server, we have to stop the SQL server. Some people are having this kind of doubt. Some people, what they will think, okay, you have to start the SQL server. The instance should be up and running, then only we can patch. No, both are wrong. So even though the instance is in stopped state, see here, now it's restarting. By default, while patching, SQL server will reboot multiple times automatically. So even though it's in stopped state, you can patch the SQL server. Even though it's in running state, also you can still patch the SQL server. Okay. Now, like this kind of issues, you will get it, guys, sometimes while removing or while patching. This is called missing MSA and MSP file issue. Sharmukh, how do you know? It is not showing any missing MSA and MSP file, right? The feature you are trying to use in a CD-ROM or other removable disk that is not available, insert 2019 database engine services disk and click OK. So now I'll try to explain what's happening while patching the SQL server, guys. Listen carefully, okay?
Sharma, can you just repeat the last part that you spoke?
Yeah,
Two, three sentences that you spoke.
Yeah, that's what, like instance, even though it's in running state, you can patch the SQL server. Instance is in stopped state, also you can still patch the SQL server. Okay, generally people will think that only instance should be up and running, then only we can patch, or instance should be stopped before patching. So nothing like that. If the instance is up and running, also you can patch. If the instance is in stopped state, also you can patch the SQL server. Okay, clear, guys?
Got it.
Yeah. So now listen carefully, very important. Okay, let me show you this. What's happening while patching the SQL server in the backend, I'll tell you. This is your Windows server. Windows server. This is your SQL server. Okay. So SQL server means what? SQL server related files will be stored in the Windows machine, right? C drive, whatever drive it is. Imagine C drive. Okay. In our case, it is C drive only. Okay. So now listen carefully. So SQL Server, mainly when you install SQL Server in the back end, the supported files will be installed, right? What kind of supported files it will be, guys? What kind of supported files it will be?
.NET Framework.
Supported files. Let me go to the C drive, program files, Microsoft SQL Server. Go to any binaries or any 150. Okay, 160 also you can go, no issues. Com objects, license SDK, setup bootstrap. Okay, no. Let me go to anything. DLL or see, these are some files you can see. .dll files, .rll files, right? You can see here. .dll, dynamic link library files. .rll, resource link library files. Like the same, you will have, okay, MS and MSP files also. Let me check, yeah, in the bin folder. Okay, this also you can see .dll and .rll. 1 minute. 1 minute, let me show you. .msa files and .msp files you can see, guys. I'm just checking those files. .rll again. .rll templates. No, install. Here are the scripts. Data backup bin, the bin. Let me show you this. Backup bin and FT data, install logs, jobs, ripple data. Let me go to this. Com DTS key file license. Okay, SDK files. Assemblies, it will be assemblies. Where you can see these files. Just for the example, guys, don't worry, no need to remember all these parts and all. No one will ask anything on this. Okay, just to remember, let me go to the folder, each folder, guys. I'll show you the bin. Sometimes it will be in the bin DLL files and DL template. Resources. Okay, 1 minute. Let me do one thing then in that scenario. I'll simply search with the .msi. .msi. No items are there. Okay. Let me go to this. C drive, program files, Microsoft SQL Server. Let me search with the .msi. Okay. Let me go to any files. Properties. Set a bootstrap folder. It is there. Okay. Set a bootstrap 150. Set a bootstrap folder. Okay.
Shanmugh, we are trying to determine the supporting files.
Correct, correct. Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Right. Okay. See, I'm just giving an example. I'm just giving an example. If you go to this extension, you can see this is .msi. Okay. Like these files, this type of files will be there, right? So when you're patching the SQL server, some of the files, whatever files it is, like SQL core engine, SQL underscore core underscore engine, okay, .msi file will be there. Imagine, okay. Imagine this is just an example I'm giving. So in the C drive, this file will be there, guys. In the C drive, when you install the SQL server, you will get, I'm just giving an example. Again, I'm saying I'm just giving an example. When you install SQL server, you'll get this kind of files, guys. You'll get this kind of files, right? So this is your patch file, right? This is your update. Imagine in our case, this is CU26. So in this file, the same kind of MSP file will be there. MSP file will be there. MSI means Microsoft installer file that you will get when you install the SQL server. MSP means Microsoft patch file that you will get when you patch the SQL server. Okay, patch or upgrade. Right. Now what will happen when you patch? This will be in the another drive. What SQL server, what Windows machine will do, it will take the backup of this old file into another drive, okay, and it will replace this file with this file. Are you getting the point, guys? Are you getting the point? It will replace this file with this file, guys. Let me do one thing. This is a Windows server. This is a folder. Okay, this is also Control Z, Control J. Very simple, guys. Very simple. Don't worry. This is the backup folder, guys. When you install SQL Server, generally you will get this file. Imagine, generally you will get this file. Okay. When you install SQL Server, you will get this file. Is it clear, everyone? Everyone, is it clear? In the back end, you will get this file in the C drive. In which drive you are installing, you will get this file. Okay. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now when you are patching the SQL Server, the same file will be upgraded or will be replaced. This file will be replaced with this file, guys. Where this file will go? It will go to the backup. Okay, it will be backed up. So this is called patching. Patching means what? Whatever files are there in the update, those files will be replaced by the existing files, and the existing files will go to the backup. During the last class, we discussed one point that in case if you don't have enough free space in the C drive, it will be failed. Why? Why, guys? We discussed this point right in the last class. Why it will be failed in case if you don't have enough free space in the C drive? Why?
Because
Some
it
files
will be
will
able
move
to accommodate those new files that are coming in.
Correct. Not like that. Not new files. Not new
Yeah.
files. It is going to take the backup of this file
Backup.
right in the C drive. If you
Yeah.
don't have enough free space, like that, hundreds of files will be there. If you don't have
Yeah.
enough free space in the drive, it cannot take the backup of the existing files. If it cannot take the backup of existing files, it cannot
It will
proceed.
fail.
That's why it will be failed. Okay, if there is no free space in the drive. Guys, all these points are clear till now, everyone.
So Shanmugh,
Yes.
the meaning of partial success is that
Partial files will be updated. That's it.
Ah,
Yeah, only few files will be updated. Some of the files will be updated. Some of the files won't be updated. Very good.
correct. And by updated, you mean it can be it can be first come, first serve when
No, not like. Forget about
kind of
all
a
these
flow.
things.
So
No, it's not like first come, first serve. Based on the files, the importance of the files. Okay.
Okay, priority
What-
basis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how it will be updated, right? So guys, is it clear now how the patching will work in the back end?
Yeah,
Everyone,
it's clear.
is it clear? So in the C drive, already some files will be there. With your current update, you are going to replace those files with MSP files, and the old files will be backed up to another
Okay.
location. Now, so now why this issue will come? You are trying to update this file, right? But if this file is not found, if this file is not found in the C drive, can it replace this file, guys? Can it be replaced
No.
with this file? No, right?
No.
That is called missing MS and MSP files. So Shanmukh, how these files will be deleted? Lot of possibilities are there. These files can be deleted during the maintenance activities by the Windows team sometimes. These files can be deleted accidentally sometimes. So that's why if this file is not there, this file will try to replace it. But if it is there, it will replace. If it is not there, it will simply stop at one point, that missing MS and MSP files. So what is the solution? You have to simply give this file here. Okay, whatever files are missing, you will get an error like this. Okay, let me show you the error. Missing MS and MSP files in SQL Server. Okay, let me go to images. Let me show you how the error will be. It will be like this. Okay, it will be like this. So what is the error? You can see here, so and so file is missing. You can see the replacement of this file. So and so file is the replacement. See here, the cached file MSI C Windows installer .msa is missing. Its original file is SQL_rs_rs.msi, and it was installed for product SQL Server 2008. It will tell you what file is missing exactly, and from where you can get that file also it will show you. From there you can get this file and you can replace it. So in this way you can fix missing MSA and MSP files. One way is, let me again clear you. One way is, see, for example, in this scenario, let me copy all the components, or else let me do one thing. Let me drag like this up to here. Okay. And let me just create a copy of this. Now, sometimes what we will do, this is, imagine Windows Server 10.10.10.21. 10.10.10.21. This is Windows Server 10.10.10.22. 10.10.10.22. Okay, both are running. See, listen carefully. Very important. Very simple solution. Both are running with SQL Server 2019 only. This solution will work if both are running at same version. So this is also 2019 patched with RTM. I mean to say it's a RTM copy. This is also SQL Server 29 with RTM copy. So already in this server, the same file will be there, right? We'll copy this file and we'll replace here. And then we'll apply the patch again. It will be successful. Whatever files are missing, we'll go to some other server. Okay, we'll go to some other server. We'll take the files from the respective folder and we'll just copy paste here, and then we'll reapply the patch again. It will be successful. That is one solution. But Shanmukh, if one or two files are missing, that will work. If 10, 20 files are missing, it's difficult, right? So for that purpose, we'll use a tool called Fix MS and MSP tool. What is the tool, guys? Fix MS and MSP tool. Simply go to this Google, okay? Type Fix MSI like this, Fix MSI and MSP tool, right? Just type like this. See, Microsoft website, you will get it. Go to this website and just take this tool from the website. Very small tool. Okay, where is that tool? Where is that? Yeah, this is how you can see. You can download it from the GitHub. Okay, and you can just copy to this file to the respective location, right? And very important, guys, not only while patching, while installing SQL Server, you will get the missing MSA and MSP files. While patching the SQL Server, you will get missing MSA and MSP files. While uninstalling the SQL Server, you will get MSA and MSP files. While
removing the patch, you will get MSA and MSP files, missing MSA and MSP files. While upgrading the SQL Server also, you will get missing MSA and MSP files, guys. Clear? In 5 scenarios, you will get this. In 5 scenarios, you will get this. What and all 5 scenarios, guys? While patching. Okay?
Sharmu, can we make a note of that in the running
You
notes,
can
please?
just go through it, the old notes. It's already there. Okay, the same thing we have already discussed. So, right, it's already there. Summary.txt file, have you remember in what and all scenarios summary.txt file will be generated? Summary.txt file.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That during that time, I just make a note of all the scenarios. The same scenarios will be applied for patching also. While patching, while removing the patching, while installing, while uninstalling the SQL Server, while upgrading the SQL Server. In all these 5 scenarios, you will get missing MSA and MSP file errors. So in the interviews, hey, while patching, what kind of errors you are getting or you got till now? You can tell missing MSA and MSP files. Hey, while installing SQL Server, what errors you face till now? What issues you face till now? You can simply tell missing an MSA and MSP file errors. Okay, the solution is same. Whether it is a patching or upgrading or installing, the solution is same. You have to simply copy the tool, fix missing MSI tool, and you have to open the tool. You have to give the location, and you have to simply scan it. It will show you the missing files, and you have to replace the missing files. That's it. In this way, you can fix the missing MSI and MSP files.
Shanmukh, like this issue is happening from Windows team's side, from their side.
No,
The root cause.
The root cause means, yeah, it can be a Windows side. Maybe some other people, maybe they accidentally deleted the files. If someone deleted the files, generally from OS level, generally in that scenario, we'll get this issue. That can be a Windows team or some other team who are having permissions.
Okay, and also the other thing is like when during patching, if you don't have like enough space in that scenario, also will be
Yes, failed. In that scenario, you don't get missing MSA MSP files. You will see it will be simply failed. Okay, if there is no free space, it will be failed. If only missing files are there, then only you'll get missing MSA and MSP files. Don't correlate each other. Okay, both are different completely. Okay, if there is no free space, I just explained why it will be failed if there is no free space in the C drive. Okay, as it has to take the backup of the files, but there is no relation between those two. Okay, Dimitri? Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine, guys. Okay, so now what we can do, it is asking to browse, right? So what you have to give here, you have to please specify the path of the installation media, whatever media you want to update. So now in our case, what is our update, guys? In our case, it will be CU26. Okay, so let's go to the CU26. I guess it was there on the desktop. Okay, I just copy to the desktop, right? Where is the CU26 file? Where is that? It should be there on the desktop. Yeah, this is the one, right? And let me go properties. Hello, good morning. What happened? What happened? Tell me. Huh? Okay, no? Ready for them. So, no? Bye. Okay, so C uses desktop. I'm just checking, guys. I'm just checking with the file. That's it. Okay, don't worry. I'm not doing any other things.
On a side note, when we need more space on the drive, Wouldn't that be the Windows team responsibility, or
Yes,
does it
it's a
depend
Windows
on
team.
the?
It's Windows team responsibility. We cannot do anything. If any space issue is
Okay,
there, Windows team or storage team has to extend the drive.
we just gotta ask
Yeah.
them to. Okay. On the
Yeah.
second one, this MSI MSP tool, it looks like a third party
It's
exe
not
file.
third
I
party.
mean,
It's not a third party. I downloaded it from Microsoft only.
from Microsoft.
Yeah, it's not a third
Wouldn't we
party.
still need some kind of authorization to download it?
No,
No. Okay.
no. It's a very small tool. You are not installing anything actually. You are downloading and you are copying, guys. So once you download and copy, you can see this option, right? You can scan it, and if any missing files are there, you can see missing one file. Like this, you can see. Okay, there is an option called Fix It button. If you click on the Fix It button, see SQL Engine core file is missing. If you click on Fix It button, it will ask you from where you want me to download. You have to simply give the path and you have to download it, guys. Okay. So let me quickly show you, I mean to say, not that one. This is how generally you can see. And you can see in case if any issue, lot of files are missing, you can just go, you can go with this option, fix all option. Fix all option will give you the missing MSA and MSP files. But again, I'm saying you have to give the path from which location you are trying to replace the files. You have to give the path and you have to click on fix all. Automatically it will fix all the missing files, guys. Okay, I'm just closing this. So now what I'm going to do, let me cancel this. Forget about all the things. Let me show you this. You might get this issue while removing the patch. So now click on browse. Okay. If you click on the browse, it will tell you what kind of file is missing. See, this file is missing. SQL Engine Core INST file is missing. Okay, SQL Engine Core INST file is missing. So copy this file. Okay, what you can do, copy this file. This is an MSA file. You can see here. This is an MSA file. Okay, cancel. Go to C drive. Go to your C drive. Okay, this PC. Just paste it here and hit enter. Okay, you can see the file is there in the D setup folder. Okay, what you can do, you can see here the file location D setup folder. In the SQL Server we have the setup file, right? So copy this, or what you can do, browse, go to D drive. Okay, it was there in the D drive, right? Go to D drive SQL Server and here paste it directly. Yeah, now you can see I need this file. Just double click on this. Done and click OK. Okay. Try to find installation purpose. Saying the file dx64 setup SQL Engine core underscore INST. Not a valid installation package for the product. And the installation package folder from GHC. That's what we just installed. We are using, right? Browse .msi. Let me try with .msi. .msi. This is the one that is showing. Let me check before that. Let me check in my D drive whether software is there. Guys, I'm just copying the file from the SQL Server software. Oh, okay, okay. What is the solution? Tell me. There is an issue here. You can tell the answer very easily.
That is 2019 model, but here is 2022.
Very good, very good. It's 2019. I have to search from 2019, but I'm searching in 2022, which is wrong. Okay, so let me replace the software. Okay, you can go to this Oracle VirtualBox. Guys, again I'm saying, listen carefully. Okay, and while patching, while patching the SQL Server, while removing the patching of the SQL Server, you might get this issue. What you can do is just click on browse button. It will show you what kind of file is missing. The name you can see here. The file name is SQL Engine Core inst.msi file. Okay. Now this file you can find it in the SQL Server 2019 software. So either you can copy the 2019 software or you can attach the 2019 software in the D drive using this storage option, using this 2019 option. Earlier we did right the same thing. Yeah, now just click OK. SQL Server 2019 and click OK. Right, done. Now go to the server again. What you can do, go to this PC, go to D drive, just refresh it whether it is showing 2019 or not until it shows. Yeah, open this. Okay, and just, yeah, you can just click on, you can just paste the file name here. Open this and paste the file name here. SQL Engine Core inst.msi. You'll get the file here. Double click on it or select and open it and click OK. And it will continue, guys, now. And then it will complete the removing of patching. This is how you can remove the patch, guys. While removing the patching, I'm sure most of you will get this error. This is how you have to troubleshoot. Okay.
Shanmugh, this can happen while doing the patching, while removing the patching,
yes.
while installing the SQL Server, while uninstalling the SQL Server, and while upgrading the SQL Server.
Correct. Yes.
And usually we don't go for downgrading, so we will only consider the upgrading portion.
Yes.
Okay.
Is it clear, guys? Or else you can use the fix MSP tool also. That is also easy. Okay. That also you can download it. You can copy the tool and you can scan it. It will show you the missing files and it will also tell you from where you can. Guys, the missing files will be there in the either SQL Server software or service packs or cumulative update. So it will throw you the error where you can find the missing file. See here in this scenario. It is throwing the error, right? Okay, it's not clear, but you can see here. Yeah, see here the name. Yeah, you can see here. You can found this SQL Server 2008 R2 SP1. This missing file where you can find, guys, in SQL Server 2008 R2 SP. So in this scenario, maybe this is 2008 instance. Okay, maybe this is 2008 instance. So if you are trying to work with 2019, you will get the same error, including like 2019. You can see 2019 here. If it is 2022, 2022 here. So the missing files can be found in the respective SQL Server software or the respective updates. Go to that update, search that update, and just select that update. Automatically it will take it and it will fix the issue, guys. Okay, right? So now it's almost done. So once this is removed completely, we'll go for a break and we'll be back and we'll discuss the SQL Server security concept, new concept, guys.
Shanmugh?
Yes.
As you mentioned, when we apply any service or patches, it will create a backup of old files, right? In case of SQL Server 2016, when we applied SP1, it will create a backup for old files, and when we again upgrade to SP12, two different timelines, then it will again create a backup.
Yes. It will
Okay,
create
then
backup. I'll tell you what is the use of the backup. See, now you are removing, right? Now you are removing the file. It will take the copy of the old file, right? And it will replace the new file, correct?
Correct.
If you are removing, if you don't have old file, how it can remove the patch?
No, the concern is now we have when we applied service pack 2, then the backup number of backup file, it will be like increased to 2, or it will be just replaced to old backup file.
Two files. See, for example, SQL Server 2016 SP1, SP2, SP3 is there. Okay, so when you are patching the SQL Server RTM with SP1 files will be backed up here. Again, next time if you are patching with SP2 files also will be backed up here. Again, if you are patching SP3 files will be backed up here. If you remove SP3, it should replace SP2, right? So SP2 file should be there somewhere, right? So it will replace the existing SP2 files. If you remove SP2, SP1 file, it should come, right? Why? Because you patch with SP1, SP2, SP3. Okay. For example, you patch with SP1, directly you patch with SP3. So what? How many backups it will have? 2, SP1 and SP3. How many times you are patching? How many updates you are patching? All the updates, it will be backed up and it will store it in one location. So that in case if you are trying to remove, it will replace the old files.
Okay, and in the backup files, there is any differentiator like
it will take care of it. It will give different names. So it don't take to the same folder. If it is taking to the same folder, then there is a naming issue. If it is creating a separate temporary folder, there will be no naming issue, right? So it will differentiate with the temporary names and all during that time. Okay, guys, so now you can see the remove patch is successfully completed. All the components are successfully removed, and how to verify whether it's successfully removed or not. See here. Earlier, you can see RTM CU26. Just now, just execute this query again. You can see just RTM, the 26 is removed. And the back bill number is also changed to 2000. Earlier, it was 4365. You can see here, 4365. Okay, it is showing here. Just refresh this also. 4365 will goes to 2000. Okay, and just refresh this. See here. Okay, in this way you can remove the patch, guys. Removing patching is easy, very easy, but we discussed with the missing MSN MSP files also. That might confuse you a little bit. Don't worry at all. If you are getting any missing MSN MSP files, you can easily replace those files using SQL Server software or using the SQL Server cumulative updates or service packs, guys. It's easy. Or you can use the tool missing MSN MSP tool also. So in case if you are getting that issue only, you have to do some extra work. Otherwise, removing patching is select the update, open the update, double click on it. In the app.cpl under add or remove programs under what is that? View installed updates option, and then double click on it, next, and remove it. Very simple to remove. But you might get, while patching, you might get missing MSN MSP file issues. So in the organization, it's important to fix it, right? So that's why we discussed that also. Okay, so don't worry, guys. Very simple. Just go through the recording again. If you are getting any missing MSN MSP files, just replace it with the existing files. That's it. And it will be fixed. Chalo, take a break, come back after 15 minutes. We'll discuss about we'll discuss the new concept, guys. Okay. Yeah.
Son,
Yes,
I got some confusion. I will go through video once I have gone through that one. If
you can
have any doubts, I will ask in the evening class.
No problem. We can. No issues. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, guys, take a break and come back after 15 minutes.